Marcus Rashford. Oh, glorious! That is a special one.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the United Hour. I am your host, Devin, and tonight with me on the panel, I've got Robert, Greg B, Big Phil, Kes, and Mark. So, Robert and Kes, I see we're matching a little bit tonight as well.
Yeah.
We feel a certain country tonight. What are we thinking?
Alan Wasalam.
Everybody is feeling Qatari.
And on top of that, I'm going to butcher this right now, but Eid Mubarak to everybody who's celebrating as well. Cannot forget them. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Eid by the Barak, boy.
Yes, and I know I butchered that, so I will get
started. All the Muslims. Yeah.
So, gentlemen, overall, how's your week been so far?
Quiet, to say the least. Just waiting for this announcement to take place, and it's getting annoying.
Yeah, that I can see too.
I am exhausted.
I can't say it getting annoying. Just go in the chat and amuse yourself. Watch men pressure go up. And I tell them what they say. I say, all the pressure. I've been getting all the neck to swell up and burst. Go a party. Naked and foam is weekend coming. Go a party now, man.
Yeah, we're going one
It's a
this
hobby.
Yeah.
I good. My doctor told me to stay away from toxic people, so
Exactly.
But yet we all have to deal with the Glazers for a few more days, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully, when it happens, it happens.
Yeah.
Well, men, the rate men going, men like they could jump on a plane and go and pack for them and ship them out. I want to say,
There's so many things I can say. I can tell you what people say. We probably might get in trouble. We might probably get cancelled. I want to say it.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, only post up all the woman crush. I want to say woman crush nothing else. I say, wow. He had to be single.
I was going to ask him, why are you gay?
Oh, why gonna pop under that comment? I might get kicked out of the group, boy. Once a woman crush nothing, I was gonna pop on a picture mark stop like man. But I might not call more baccarat.
Yes, it would have. Anyway, Devin, I saw you put up the topic, so I think we should get into the serious business now.
Yeah. I'm just gonna put this one right now. So let's get started right now. The first topic of we have a certain Tiger goalkeeper by the name of David De Gea. And so for anybody who is not aware of this situation right now, the latest talk going around right now is his contract with United is up in 2 days. The rumor that is going around across the internet a lot right now is that he was offered a contract earlier in the season on much lesser terms than what he's on right now. And he signed it, but the club never actually signed it. They only returned to come back with an even lower offer, and that is still yet to be found anywhere. So with that being said, we don't know what's happening right now, but it's very odd though. It's a very cryptic tweet today. If you go on Twitter and look up David De Gea, just to see that he put out a picture of a yawning emoji. And good evening to Ali. So, gentlemen, what are your thoughts on that one? And welcome back, Big Phil.
Yeah, you can hear me now?
Correct, yes.
Perfect.
I can go first?
Yep,
Feel free.
All right. Well, most of you all know my feelings on De Gea. Right? I support him in going out. Right? Need a new goalkeeper if he doesn't want to play backup. But I find how the club handle this is the greatest disrespect they could ever do to a legend. Right? You cannot give a man a contract, agree to this man going on vacation, and then while you're on vacation, you're telling him some stupidness about we pull that contract, we rip up that. We have a new contract for you for way much less. I do not blame him if he leaves, but the way I would have expected him to leave, some kind of a lot better than this way, right? It is disrespectful, and I hope my comrades, the Sheikh, Jassim, watching that, and when he comes in, just start to fire men left, right, and center for this BS, right? Now somebody saying, now I read in that chat earlier, I didn't respond to it. Somebody saying, so what about when he almost signed for Real Madrid? That ages ago.
Yeah.
Right? How much Golden Glove he has won since then? How much time this man saved this club? More times than I could count. He's the leading clean sheet for goalkeeper for Manchester United. Right? He deserves much more respect than that. So, and then somebody say it's time Ten Hag rule with an iron fist. Okay, I hear that, right? Because they say Pep did it when it was Hart in goal for Man City. Okay, if that is the way, then do it across the board. Because the three people who deserve less than half the salary, right? More than half the salary cut right now. Sancho, Harry Maguire, don't get me started on Marshall. Right? Be ruthless, but do it across the board. Right?
Wow.
For anybody who did not see what I was referring to,
right?
This picture speaks 1,000 words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He already know what his answer is, and I support him with whatever he does.
Correct. I agree with you. It's disrespectful. Very, very disrespectful. Because, as you say, how much times the man save us? How much times at that games we was supposed to lose, and David De Gea went home with the body hurting him because he refused to let us lose. The amount of bang I see this man take, yes, I understand modern day goalkeepers supposed to play with a foot and all them things. But, come on. It's disrespectful to see the way management and some of the fans throwing the man under the bus after he gave so much to the club. I saw that same comment where the same man saying, well, when he was supposed to go Real Madrid, but as they said, that ages ago. He stayed, he take bang, and now they just give him a contract. You can't tell me you give me a new contract where I'm making $500. I say, all right, cool, I sign it. Tell my teammates, all right, yeah, I'll see all it when preseason start thing. Yeah, on holidays here now. And while on holidays, they're telling me you pull that and they gave me a new contract for $140. Don't do me that.
Yes.
That's real disrespectful. And I'm sure I know the emoji he wanted to pop up, but he had to be respectful.
The same thing in my head and truth when I saw it.
Yeah. Because, come on. Yes. He get clean sheets. Yes, men balling. Oh, clean sheet, Golden Gloves is a collective thing with the defense. But when you play the whole season with a defense with Harry Maguire, come on. He's supposed to get about 4 Golden Gloves in one season. When they have a defender like Harry Maguire in front of it.
That game against Arsenal comes to mind when he had 16 saves in that game.
Exactly. You understand? And I always say, well, my grandmother used to say, be careful where you wish for. And do jealous where you see other people doing. Because what I'm doing might not work for you. Yes, we want him to go. If he goes, I support him. Yeah, all right after we do him.
Yeah.
If he stay, I support him same way. Whether he's number one or number two or the backup keeper, whatever you want to call it. But I hope if he goes and we get our next keeper who ain't live up to the billing, I hope the same people keep the same energy they have against the right now. I hope they keep that same energy. Right? What you always see Pep doing, yeah, Pep do that with heart. That might not work for we, but let me stand. We some of our supporters' problems. We're looking at what other people doing and wanting us to do the same thing. Everybody know by now, you're not going to get no transfers until the club sell or until they come to some permanent decision. Everybody know that by now.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know why, man, they'll be setting up the pressure. You understand?
You can hear me?
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you, Phil. We can hear you.
But what they're doing to, I will say, my goalkeeper until he leaves, that's very disrespectful and it is distasteful from the club management.
So it's funny, not really funny, because I think there's certain ways of going about, I guess, having there's certain ways of letting a player know that you are surplus to requirements, right?
Yeah.
Or, it's funny, why was the same kind of energy applied to the likes of Harry Maguire?
Exactly.
I was saying,
He's probably top 5 highest earners at Manchester United. So I don't think let's be real. I think most of what was trending on Twitter after City won the Champions League final was more of what Onana did and how he played in that final, right? There was actually a time where Onana was actually trending more than Manchester City's treble, right? And I think that's the way Ten Hag wants to play with this team, right? Now, don't get me wrong. A lot of Man United fans saw how David De Gea performed in the FA Cup final, right? And they were like, you know what, that's it, right? By the end of the day, like I just said before, there's a way of going about it, right? It's more of like, David De Gea, thanks for your services, but it may be time to go somewhere else, right? But lowering his contract twice in the space lowering his contract again and not signing off of it is kind of disrespectful from the club, right? He has been a great servant of the club for what, 10 plus years now, right? 12. He's been a great servant of the club for 12 years, and that's not how you treat a servant of the club for 12 years, right?
Yeah.
It's not a situation where it's Phil Jones who's been at the club for 10 years and like he hasn't been playing, right? David De Gea has literally added more points into our seasons that have just gone than more mistakes, right? So no, serious, man. David De Gea has been the reason that we have stayed at 3 points.
Yeah.
So yeah, I kind of think it's going to be a bit awkward if David De Gea does come back or does sign that contract. If he is linked with Saudi Arabia, by all means, feel free to go to Saudi Arabia, and I wish you all the best. But like I said,
go and eat our food.
I don't think he will go Saudi Arabia because his wife.
Well, that too.
I go back Spain.
The only reason I agree with you, Cass, but the only reason I would say he goes to Saudi Arabia is because Saudi Arabia is looking to give all of these players in their prime that one last big contract, right? So if he does go to Saudi Arabia, he may look to stay there for, let's say, 3 years. But each of those 3 years, he could be paid $30 million each. He can
trust me.
So yeah, and he's only 31, right? So that 3 years is 4, and he can still go to probably top 5 clubs in Spain after the age of like 34, 33. You know, he's 31 years old, right?
Because how old Buffon was when he was
42. 42.
You see? So He have plenty in him still.
Yeah, if I could interject here real quick. I mean, everybody talks about how Joe Hart was taken out by Pep. The thing is, he wasn't immediately sold. He wasn't just released just like that. He was loaned out first. Everybody remembers he had a stint in Italy for a while, and then he gradually got phased out when he brought in Claudio Bravo, and then he brought in Ederson afterwards. So it was a gradual process of getting rid of him. But at the same, in that regard, what's happening to David De Gea is totally different. You're telling him that he has a deal in the works for him, and then you turn around and be like, "Hey, hold up, we ain't signing off on this." So it's basically breaking a promise that was made, and it's kind of just like holding out until the contract expires. Yeah. So you're kind of just forcing him to just go out on his own. I mean, they're not rushing him out the club, they're just allowing the time to lapse.
Yeah.
To me, it's a bad precedent being set, and to me that sends the wrong message as regards doing any business with any player that might be interested in signing for Manchester United, because you're telling me that after a while they're going to watch you and be like, yeah, all right, you know what? We really trying to give you a proposal. No, just go away. Just go away. Yeah, and this is someone who has been at the club for 12 years. That's not something you want anybody to see for someone who's considered a legend at the club. That comes across as very disrespectful. They didn't do this with Wayne Rooney. They didn't do this with Paul Scholes. Why do it with David De Gea? What message are you really trying to send?
What are the nationalities of Paul Scholes and Wayne Rooney?
Well, with that being said, remember what they did.
They didn't do it to Valencia either. They didn't do it to Valencia either.
We got to move on to the next topic, but I just want to say one last thing. To what Phil said, what nationality were they? Anybody remember how we told Rio Ferdinand he was leaving?
We gave him a testimonial, didn't we?
No, it was basically like before the last match, Ed Woodward came into the dressing room and said, "We're not offering you a new contract," and that was it.
Oh yeah.
That's Ed Woodward. That's Ed Woodward. I don't expect much from Ed Woodward.
But what I'm saying though is like, because there's other examples, like look at how David Beckham was forced out as well too. So, but I mean, if you want to bring out English players, you could do that as well. But we do have to move on to the next topic, which you can see. What's his name? Oh nah. As we already brought up earlier today. Yes.
Somewhere, Rihanna is fishing for royalties.
Yeah,
I could already hear the chant at Old Trafford already if he does sign.
Yes.
But with that being said, all this talk about David De Gea leaving is now opened up the door for a lot of talks now about Inter Milan's goalkeeper Andre Onana, who also happens to know Erik ten Hag from his time at Ajax as well too. We were just praising accolades of how well he played in the Champions League final, how well his distribution was, and everything like that, which has had people clamoring. Inter Milan are saying a deal can be done for 50 million. Gentlemen, I don't know about you, but if David De Gea leaves, we are going to need we definitely need a new number one. And with the modern style of the game and the way Ten Hag wants to play, we do need a ball-playing goalkeeper.
We need two goalkeepers because Henderson not staying.
Nope.
We will get on that topic a little bit later on the show. It's actually a topic right after this.
Don't worry
about him.
We will sign Onana and Xhaka in slot, man.
Wow.
and on that note, Inter Milan have also already started looking for replacements for Onana from the last I checked as well too.
Yeah. So they're looking forward to the money. Remember, they're making a profit off it because Onana joined them on a free, so they're making money with this sale.
They're not counting the eggs already.
I'm kind of surprised that they aren't letting him go for more money because Onana only signed last year.
Yeah,
he got another 4 years left on his contract. So if you only want 50 mil, then I go bite off your hand and take it. Yeah,
correct.
Yeah, them in England waiting on Man United right now,
Yeah,
because
his agents are already basically talking to United at this point.
Yeah. Within the next 24 to 48 hours, that will be a done deal.
Onana is 27 years old, right?
Yeah.
So he could get.
But don't forget that is young for a goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's young.
really good age for a goalkeeper.
And he also will not be representing his country in the African Cup of Nations unless they change the manager. So that's a plus thing.
Yeah, you ain't had to study him leaving.
Yeah.
That's a good point that Cass just brought up there. I just remember that.
Yes,
Yeah.
no AFCON, no middle of season AFCON absence, which happened at Liverpool. So yeah.
So you don't have to worry about seeing Tom Heaton for a couple of games.
But now Onana will definitely be the goalkeeper that Ten Hag wants to play this type of sweeper keeper, be a 12, not an 11th another defender. And I mean, it's not the first time I've seen Onana play the way he played in the Champions League final just now, right? That was just one of many instances where Onana has been this type of keeper to be a ball-playing goalkeeper.
Very, very quick off the line.
Yeah, so it's all part of the puzzle Ten Hag had envisioned when he first when he was made coach after Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Sorry, after Ragnick, right? So it's all part of the puzzle, and like I said, it's going to probably take a good 2.5, 3 years to get this puzzle fully working, right? So Onana is a good start, but it isn't the final piece of the puzzle, right?
Nah, there are plenty more pieces to play.
Yeah, just to go off track a little bit, we probably need about good 3 or 4 more signings this summer transfer window, but Onana is a good start.
So if we do not get Onana and David De Gea does leave, are there any other goalkeepers in mind? Anybody think that we should go after? Because I can think of 2 right now.
Well, there's obviously Diogo Costa, who's on the road.
And
Yeah, the obvious two is
I'm not going to say that Costa.
Diogo Costa, sorry. What has Diogo Costa done to deserve 70 million?
You know what? You know what was the crazy part? He was not one of my 2.
Raya still available?
Raya's one, and there's another one who plays in Italy as well too.
For real, what has Costa done?
And he actually the other one on my list also plays in Milan as well too.
Oh, him.
Say again?
I said the second goalkeeper on my list also plays in Milan, just like Onana, but for a different club.
AC
He's a
Milan.
Mike Mannion.
Yes.
So just to answer Cass's question, I mean, what has Onana done? What is Diego
No.
Costa done?
Yeah, Costa.
I mean, let's be real, right? Arsenal just signed Declan Rice for 105 million. This guy's only won a Conference League. What has he done to warrant this 105 mil? So you got to realize over the last probably 10 to 15 years that inflation in football is evident, right? So whenever Manchester United come knocking, you already know 2 things. You got to add on at least a good 50 or 60 million onto that, and then if he's English, add on another 20 mil, right? But in this case, Diego Costa is Portuguese, so just add on 50 mil because it's Manchester United, right? Lord help us! Lord help us if we get taken over by the Qataris. That 50 mil will turn into a good 70 or 80 mil. So anybody who's worth $1 million will be now worth $80 million to us taken over by the Qataris, right?
Yeah,
Bear that in mind.
it's coming, you know. As a man say, it coming. A man use stone.
You have somebody that disagrees with you here, Phil.
Sorry?
I said, you have somebody who disagrees with you here.
Rice has been pretty decent player for West Ham. So pretty decent equates to 105 mil currently. 105
The man
mil.
is a European champion, okay?
Thank Jack Grealish for that one.
Always. The man is a European champion.
Could meet your head up.
No, the man is a European champion. And he's the only European champion in Arsenal right now.
You gonna be feeling weird?
Well, Kai Havertz is a Champions League winner, so let's not do this.
What he do?
What has me, and this just me going back to the whole Declan Rice 105 mil and just going to a different topic, but I'll bring it back. They're talking about how Declan Rice is the first name on the team sheet for England. But I'm like, you want to know who else is the first name on the team sheet for England?
Somebody named Harry Kane. Yes.
The wrong Harry you're calling, but
Harry Maguire.
Correct, right? But yeah, Onana, definitely would be. Onana would definitely walk into that number one spot under Ten Hag. So I know Kat say we got to get 2 goalkeepers, and I guess we'll discuss that in the next topic. I literally can't think of another goalkeeper who will want to play number 2 to Onana if he had to come. So
Correct.
I guess maybe you guys have someone in mind. So
this is a very good point that Martin Phillip is bringing up now. Your club have to do like City and make sure the price goes up and for someone else to buy it, which it seems now there's actually a track record of that now with quite a few players. Unfortunately, a lot of them have United, but Declan Rice is just another one in that list. You can go back to Harry Maguire, Fred, Alexis Sanchez. There's been quite a few. Who was it? Virgil van Dijk is another one. So like there's quite a few that it seems like that's their new style now. Get the rest of the clubs to overpay for these ones. So
basically, this is the tactic from the jump. Finesse people into pay a higher price.
But I know RB Leipzig is gonna say, you know what, you can't pull that trick on us. Pay the 100 mil for Guardiola or leave. Anyway, different topic for a different time.
Correct. Correct.
Sorry, what Courtney said, Devin, sorry. I didn't see that.
Yeah, let me pull it back up for right now. So he's saying at the end of the day, West Ham sets the price. That has nothing to do with Rice. Man's a poet there. He played his heart for West Ham and looked a class above everyone else at the club. Further, he's a proven international. But I will leave it at that topic because I know we need a lot of time for this next topic, and this is where it's going to get very interesting right now. So, Fire Sale United.
At this rate, if we go through this topic, we might finish the show at 9 o'clock.
Exactly. It seems as though right now Eric Ten Hag has his mind made up about the players that are for sale, the ones who could be the listener offers for, and the ones who could go at the right price. And so, courtesy of the Daily Mail, I have got that list up right here right now, starting with Donny van de Beek, Fred, Alanga, all could go for 20 mil. Hannibal could go for 13, Telles for 10, Bailly for 2, Brandon Williams for 5. Zidane Iqbal has already left for under $1 million. They can list the offers for Harry Maguire, Scott McTominay, and Dean Henderson. And could go at the right price is Sancho and Martial. Free agents right now: Phil Jones, Axel Tuanzebe, Ethan Galbraith, Bichon Bernard, and of course David De Gea could be a free agent in the next 2 days.
That would be a free agent. Why they are free agent by Phil Jones are not retired by?
Devin, bring out that list one more time. I just want to see something quickly.
Yeah, but who knocking? It's only rumors.
Notice
that's the question.
Notice the nationalities that are for sale. Notice the nationalities that they're willing to listen to offers for. Just check it.
You do know Brandon Williams is English, right?
I was just about to say.
That's one.
Okay.
That's one. But anyway,
it still debunks the statement that you're trying to go at.
They're not all English, by the
Scott
way.
McTominay is Scottish when you look at it. Anthony Martial is French.
Yeah.
I say willing to listen to offers, which is Harry Maguire, Scott, and Dean Henderson.
British players.
Correct. Thank you. But
again, Brandon Williams is English.
I didn't know. Thanks. But yeah, some of these prices
clearly
we will make a couple profit on, which is Scott and Dean. Obviously Brandon Williams as well too, but the others definitely are right off. So
yeah, let me have this quote
from phone card money.
This is a good point as well. To counter what Phil was saying, British quota is a factor when you have the homegrown rule, so you have to take that into effect, which also could be why there's also not so many British people up for sale.
Like I say, all is fast sale, but who knocking?
No,
that's the question.
People passing their guard sale straight,
Yeah.
Right now, Benfica looking to take Alex Telles on loan, and they're looking to buy him when he's a free agent.
Yeah. Because
who won Harry, boy?
No, yeah.
We giving away Harry, right?
The rumor was Tottenham was looking at Harry. So
Harry could have been part of that Declan Rice deal, you know. But
Yeah.
Harry or Scott are both.
he never offered.
Look,
But he
realistically, right now, looking at this list and everything right now, I want to ask the panel right now, which transfers you see that actually have a reasonable chance of happening, and which ones are just a dream that have no chance at all?
Dean Henderson.
Agreed.
Dean. Maybe the ones that were the three willing to listen to. I think Harry, Dean,
the same ones that you were just going off about.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. I know, but you asked the question, right? So I said those three can definitely, I think, are realistic. I think by now those three know how the fan base feels about them, so they could definitely be sold for a loss, but they'll be sold, right? So.
The stumbling block with selling.
Basically, everybody wants the club to just tear up Harry Maguire's contract.
Yeah. I feel Sancho could go if the right offer coming in.
Yeah, but again, it's the same
for
thing.
45 mil. For 45 mil, you really think so?
No,
Really think that?
Devin, can I touch on that for a second? Because I need people to understand something. Yes, we paid a certain amount for Jadon Sancho when he came here. But remember, coming off the back of the season that he had at Borussia Dortmund, compared to the 2 seasons that he's had with us, you've seen that there hasn't really been an increase in potential. It seems like it's stagnated and somehow dropped off at times. So the premium that you would have paid for a player at that point compared to now, because of the performances or the dip in set performances, it's going to hinder the value of that player. So while we might be upset for how much they're willing to listen to the offer for, given his start form, it's kind of reasonable.
I can say something. I don't know if it's controversial, but I'm willing to give Jadon Sancho until next year, January, to change things around.
Okay.
January.
That's not exactly a controversial take. I mean, just because people are willing to listen to offers from doesn't mean they just want him gone.
Yeah, I think Jadon Sancho. I'm on the fence with Jadon Sancho. That's why I'm giving him up till next year, January 2024, to turn things around. Right? There are some players you'll be on the fence with. There's some players you just say you gotta go. You just gotta go. Right? So.
I saw him on the list there, and I was kind of surprised by it because to me, next season, I hope he plays on the right, challenge Anthony for that right side. Right?
Yeah.
True.
Well, you all also forget that there's another player coming back by the name of Amad Diallo, who just had a spectacular season.
Oh, yeah. Competition on that side.
So
May the best man win.
So that right side has 3 players competing for that spot.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but
and then we also have to factor in fucking Pelestri as well too.
Pelestri go get loan out.
Yeah.
It's gonna be Pelestri or Ahmad that gets loaned out. I think.
I saw that Leeds looking to get Amad Diallo on loan. I don't see that happening.
Oh,
No. They're not going to send him back in the championship. If he going on loan, he going on loan with a club in the Premier League. That is what they say.
They were going on. Send Leeds an autograph picture and a thank you card, but we're not interested.
And when they send Harry Maguire to the Levine. Yeah.
You could send them a picture. You could send them a picture of him sliding in front of them after he scored.
Yeah, make no sense sending him back to the championship. If you had to send him back, better to leave him with 40 years.
Yeah, but you see, again, but the problem, right, is that
the real fire sales at Chelsea, but I mean,
but you see, at least Chelsea's players at least have some kind of value. You know, like ZH had value. Mason Mount had value. You know, like our players don't have much value. They don't. Because like who will buy Williams? You know, I mean, I don't think anybody.
Norwich.
For how much? What, 2 million? Maybe
like a 3 million at best.
But we won 5. You know, are we gonna get five for him? You know, I mean, even it's like like Scott. I mean, I'm not saying that people wouldn't buy Scott, but I think our prices are too high. I think we need to be a little bit more realistic and
Realistic.
where the
Yeah.
players
Yeah,
are.
well, we also know how this works, like with transfers. Like the club will come out and say they want a fee, but we all know that they'll accept lower. But you have to start high and then negotiate down. So
Good.
you know,
I still kind of puzzled as to how Zidane.
Okay, but can I ask this though? What would you consider realistic for Scott McTominay?
30 million. 30 million.
To 35.
35 is realistic.
Yeah.
And if you're pushing it, 36.
But even Zidane,
wow,
right?
big difference.
How could Zidane, right, go for 800 and something £1,000? That's
so also,
come on.
When you look into that contract, Robert, so there is a sell-on clause to United where they get first option for to buy him back. Or on top of that, if I remember correctly, United gets 40% of the sell-on fee or something like that if he does develop.
Yeah, they do.
Also, don't forget that Ten Hag has a lot of connections to the club that he went to as well.
All right. Okay.
And if I remember also correctly, there is a certain midfielder there that we are interested in. I forget his name now, the American midfielder.
I think it's Boots, something Boots.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. You factor in all that stuff. There could be a reason behind that. So when you put all that stuff together, it doesn't make sense.
My take is that if we couldn't use Scott McTominay to lower Declan Rice, I think we should use Scott McTominay to lower Caicedo.
True.
Is you think Scott McTominay is a Brighton type of player, a De Zerbi type of player?
Yeah, you can fit into that system, nice.
That's for De Zerbi to figure out. That's not for me to figure out.
Yeah, that's for the coach to figure out.
I know Caicedo is a Ten Hag player, a guy who is versatile at midfield, both as a 6 and an 8 and a right back as well too. So he is definitely a Ten Hag type of player, right? So anyway,
yeah. Because even the Martial thing, I would say he is one who has to go because you can't keep him as a backup because you all know that Martial cannot play backup. We all know that, right? Martial also cannot play number one because he can't stay fit. So, he should.
I don't know what happened to that lad. I don't know what's going on here.
I agree with Robert.
He needs to stop holding.
Totally. Apparently, it's not agreeing with him.
But in terms of strikers, other than Ramos Hoyland and maybe Kolo Muani, actually no, Martial can go. Yeah, he can go. Yeah, sorry.
I'm reading a update from Chris Wheeler here. MUFC hope to raise 50 to 100 million from player outgoings this summer, so they can sign a striker. Both Mount and Onana will take a considerable percentage out of the budget, believed to be in the region of £120 million.
Hey, here's something, man. This takeover is as realistic as this towel on my head, right? That's all I have to say. That's all I have to say, right? I am tired. No. I tired. I tired here about this new owners. But again, I understand why the Glazers are doing what they're doing. Because if you're going to sell your car today, why go and spend money to go and fix the rims?
Exactly.
That's how they can't done. But the problem is that we are seeing everybody else, making moves. You understand? So my thing is,
I'll be real with you, Robert. The only move that I was upset with was Kim Major to Bayern Munich. Other than that, any other move, Arsenal signing Kai Havertz and Declan Rice has already had me shit. That should have been us. Only one is Kim Major. If Harry Kane goes to Bayern Munich, then it is what it is. But the next one I will be upset with is Ramos Hoyland does not come to United or Caicedo.
I thought you were going to say Caicedo to Chelsea.
Oh, I mean, we'll see.
But yeah, so realistically here, I definitely think Henderson will go. And realistically, if a decent offer comes in from McTominay, like Maguire, to be very honest, if we get an offer over 25 mil, I think you kind of have to accept. Because I mean, the only thing that maybe you could do is put on like a some sort of clause where if he gets X amount of appearances in the English national team, you gotta pay more. Because that's about the only clause that's realistic.
You're paying our club to keep him, man.
Ego had to leave, because Southgate told him.
Yeah.
Southgate told him.
Harry just playing the fool.
Yeah.
He knew he had to leave. If you want your England career to continue, leave. Yeah, son?
Yes and no. Harry Maguire has.
What was that last comment?
Harry Maguire is one of the first people on the England team sheet in the starting 11 under Southgate, whether he starts for Man United or not. Right?
Clive.
Calvin Phillips too.
Calvin Phillips,
Recently, yeah.
And he don't play at all.
Isn't England's midfield Declan Rice, Jude Bellingham, and it's Calvin Phillips as well? Or is it Mason Mount? Is Mason Mount
Mount is on the bench.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's usually Phillips sometimes. Like it's usually Phillips.
I think he still believes in Jordan Henderson.
Yeah, and then Henderson plays a lot more. Phillips plays a lot more.
England got a good midfield.
That doesn't change the fact that he's garbage.
Mm.
You know, England got one of the best up and coming midfields. If you said Declan Rice,
and look at the front three as well. And the front three is still thinking as well too.
You put Phil Foden in that number 10, you put Declan Rice behind him, and you put Jude Bellingham behind him as well. Psh, that's a beast of a midfield. But anyway,
and as we're saying, and look who's in front of them as the forwards too.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
When you go Saka, Rashford, and Kane.
Yeah.
Yeah, that midfield and attack is lethal.
and who on the left, Jack Grealish. Oh yeah, Mr. Drunk Jack Grealish himself.
Hey, don't fight me.
I can't believe I'm standing up for a City player. If I won the treble, I will be worse than him right now. So I mean, I can't see fault with it, unfortunately.
You know,
The man nearly fall off the bus.
that's okay.
Yeah, I will be worse. I will be worse.
Wait, if Jack Grealish is that when City win the treble, if England win the World Cup, you know what I mean, you got to pump his belly then.
You killing me?
And
The man when the treble and drink till the two black in the eye touch her.
Yeah.
That days after the game for England, Jack was still drunk.
yeah, you heard the fans chanting as he was warming up about that, and he was just smiling about it too.
Yeah. Jack was still drunk. Jack had a buzz about him still.
But yeah, so I read this comment from Martin Phillip, though. He's saying, gentlemen, the longer this takeover takes or goes after July 1st, it will come like nails being hammered to a coffin shot. Yeah, the fans really have to put the fear into the Glazers to get something done.
Yeah.
It's not.
Without elaborating too much on this right now, all I will say on that note is Bloomberg is one of the most trusted organizations when it comes to news around financial stuff and things like that. And they were even reported that Sheikh Jassim is very confident that he's won the right to be the exclusive bidder for him.
Mm. But then I have a question.
My take on Martin's comment is, we saw how yesterday that the fans were lining up in front of the mega store. It opened at 10 o'clock and it closed by 10:01.
Yeah, they shut it down.
Yeah, but here's the thing, right? For every Manchester United fan that is against the Glazers, there's always that one Manchester United fan who needs to review the new kit on his or her channel. If you know what I mean, right? So you being the first to review that home kit gives you more likes and more views, right? So they're more focused on that. You can easily say, don't buy the jersey because it puts money into the Glazers' pocket. Those certain fans are going to be like, you know what? I'm going to buy this jersey, review it, like it, tell me what you guys think. And that's the one Glazer out fan canceled out by the one Glazer in.
Yeah.
On that note, because I actually spoke with people who were actually at the protest yesterday, and they were even saying that the fans who were in line, like they were flat out saying, like, we agree with you what you're saying right now, like don't buy it. But they said, but their kids don't understand it. Their kids are young and they want the new kits because they got to keep up with everybody else and things like that. And in school, we all remember how bad it was. Now it's at the point where if you have on last year's kit, you get made fun of. So I get it. I get it from that standpoint as well too.
Nah, well,
Yeah,
that's why, right? Buy your kits from Locker Room TT. Yeah.
Oh my goodness! Shameless plug. I'm sorry.
Plug it. We not supporting the Blazers, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We ain't doing that out here. We don't do that here.
No, man.
You see why I call him Ahmed?
No, but I have a question though. Even if the takeover happens, let's say that happens this weekend, how long would it take for the new owners to able to start to buy players and sell players? And really
the next issue with that is not so much about that. It's also about that United have to keep within, because apparently United is the only club that apparently has to abide by FFP rules. So that exactly. But like I said, it seems that we're the only ones because everybody else finds some loophole to get around it and everything else too. But yeah, that's the big issue.
Well, you notice they did an amendment to the FFP rules today because remember now that Chelsea was doing those lengthy contracts, they kind of stopped them from doing that now.
You're going to do up to 5 years now for that. So.
And Chelsea find a loophole to sell. Yeah, Chelsea find a loophole to sell all the players to them Saudi teams and them. So the Sheikh kind of come with a bag of loophole.
Don't forget that United still over 300 million in transfer fees from other things as well too. So you got to factor all that as well too. So right now we're basically acting like Barca was in the past and living off a credit card.
To answer what Robert asked,
once we had to start up all financial levers, I think we should be honest.
I think Robert, in terms of your question, let's say the Qataris are confident that they're going to take over. I think all know they're probably outlining a good 3 or 4 players, right, that they want to bring to United, right? I had about a good 3 or 4 people message me, if the Qataris take over, will Mbappe come? And I'm like, boy, that happened, and I will definitely buy people drinks, right? But I think that the Qataris have at least a good 3 or 4 because they already outlined what they want to do with United with regards to the women's team, fix the stadium, build a better infrastructure around Manchester United, clear the club out of debt, right? They've outlined that. I think further plans are probably to have a good 3 or 4 players that they want to bring in this summer, as well as sit down with Ten Hag and outline what he would want for the next 2 years, right? So I think that if the Qataris are successful, within a week, we could probably see a big signing. That's just my take.
Well, that was say by mid-August, they will be allowed to.
Mid-August? That's far, boy.
That's fine.
That's far, boy.
Says I don't go through.
I'm not going to say that, though. That's far, boy. Mid-August, you say.
Crop over, come and gone, and the man is saying nobody yet. Nah, boy.
All right, man.
You telling
We could definitely continue with this topic now, from now till the end of the transfer window. And if anything happens, we'd be with the way how our club moves. But it's time to move on to the next topic now. Second to last topic of the evening, memes of the week. One of our fun topics right now. So I will start off. We got 3 ones for this week. And so I'll start off with the first one here.
Isn't this like the 3rd Chelsea player that has moved to Arsenal and can show them their Champions League medals?
Yep.
Yep.
Petr Cech did it. David Luiz. And now,
Wow.
well, even Jorginho.
Hey, let me see that.
No good.
I see this today. I want to see it today.
Need I say anything else about this one here?
When I see it today, I said, Jesus Christ. Wicked classic standpipe.
Water as they are accustomed to it.
That
This brutal.
is a violation.
Yeah,
That is a
this one,
violation.
I'm going to screenshot it and send it to my Arsenal partner. What I said, nah, boy. I can't do him that way.
And now, for last but not least, now, anybody follow Domino's on social media?
Yes.
Yeah.
You see how they go after certain people all the time?
Last night.
Wow.
Watch that.
So right now, I will read this out now for anybody who can't see. It's Manchester City submit a planning application for the increased capacity of the Etihad Stadium. Domino's comes back and says, like us, making the boxes bigger, but keeping the pizza sizes the same size.
Love that. I said, wow.
The best one, not the best one I saw. So I mean, one just came to mind, right? Because this entire week, the only memes I've been seeing are memes of the submarine, right? But that was a different conversation for a different time. The best one is that, back in the day when your mother walk in and you hear and she walking with a belt because you should not be watching something, right? The one I saw was this guy had his computer loaded and it had Champions League on it. And the Manchester United mother walk in and all of a sudden the screen switched to a Europa League screen.
It was not a Liverpool fan.
Correct. That was probably the best one I saw this week. So,
why are you watching Champions League when you're supposed to be watching Europa?
Yeah.
right.
Go away, mama loca boo day. Shut your mouth, go away, mama loca boo day.
Well, gentlemen, we have reached our last topic. Save the best for last, as always. Top Shotter and Boo Boo Man. So for anybody who is not familiar with this, by the way, if you're not familiar with this, make sure you like, share, and subscribe because that means you don't watch this show a lot. On that note, Top Shotter is that man, person, group, whatever it is right now, that their week is just phenomenal. Everything they touch turns to gold. They are just that guy, that woman, that whatever. Boo Boo Man is a complete opposite. Everything they touches turns to boo boo.
I'll go
They
first.
could season the ocean.
Lewis go first, and I will be going last. So Mark, take it away.
My boo-boo is the people at Manchester United for the gross disrespect to my goalkeeper. That leave a bitter taste in my mouth. Yeah, that come on. Can't do a man that. That hurt me. That come like you're the CEO of a company for 12 years. And when it's time for you to retire, when it's time for you to leave, they get a cup with your pity on it. Yeah. So Manchester United board, or whoever will deal with the contracts, that man, or whoever those people are, should get a diary and all the toilets should be locked. Yeah. That's how I feel about that. Top Shotter, I gotta go with Declan Rice, but you get through. Only Inter, you're a European winner, and you're going for big money. So Mr. Rice, if you need anybody to carry your boots bag, follow me. You'll get through. For a small fee, you're gonna have.
Oh my God.
So Rice, Declan Rice gotta take it. Yeah. I might too.
I gotta leave you guys right now. I ain't gonna give you an explanation. I gotta leave right now, right? But my top shotter, obviously West Ham, because we're able to get rid of Declan Rice for 105 million. And my boo-boo are these Manchester United Twitter accounts who always report a lot of bullshit every single day.
Every day, man.
Yeah.
Every day.
Every day, man. Wow.
Yeah. Anyway, I see you guys later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, take
Right.
care.
Back to Robert now.
All right. Yeah, well, unfortunately, my top shotter right now have to be according to Real Men, Arsenal. You know, according to Real Men, because according to Real Men, Arsenal right now has won the transfer window because they got the greatest human export in Kai Havertz and the greatest English export in Rice. So Arsenal are my top shotters. But Arsenal are also my boo-boos. because
I know that, though.
because I know them. You could jump high, jump low. Man City made you pay $105 million for Rice. Man City did that to you.
They got finessed.
They got finessed.
Exactly.
You got finessed. You was supposed to get him for 90. And because Pep come and say, here's a little 100, you get frightened. And you overpay the man. You
They
understand?
can't buy nobody else for the whole transfer window now.
Not one soul. So Arsenal, take a boo-boo.
Pep outsmart the man on them.
Yeah, boy.
All right, Greg.
All right. For me, I have two top shotters. West Ham, obviously, for making that deal happen, getting our money. And although I know people will probably think this a little bit, and I shouldn't be getting enough credit, but John Murta as well too, because he didn't twist when Chelsea was saying that they wanted 70 or 80 million for Mason Mount.
Mhm.
He stuck to his guns. He left the deal on the table. He said, "Hey, your move."
Yeah. If that was Woodward.
I also have two boo-boo men.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, Arsenal for falling for the trick.
Mm-hmm.
And also, this one just came to my attention the other day. There's actually a Man City podcaster by the name of Lawrence Burry. He also goes by Bouvia according to different accounts. There is a video of him, 1 minute, praising Declan Rice because Man City were interested in buying him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God.
And there are screenshots of him on Twitter begging Man City to buy Declan Rice.
Mm-hmm.
When the deal was announced that Arsenal officially won the race to sign him, he said that he's nothing more than a B-Tech Gareth Barry.
Ooh. Ooh. Wow.
I sent a video in the group chat. Devin, you can check it when you get a chance.
I saw it. But you know what's sad? The fact that a fan of our team is his real veteran. How would that be a friend? No.
I don't even think they're friends. I think they just have to work together.
Nah. I'm sorry. I'll quit.
Yeah. So basically, to Lawrence Burry, you have been weighed, you have been measured, and you have found wanting, and you will look like an absolute fool. And I am going to share that video all over to all my Manchester United fans that are listening. Shout out to the United Corners also watching live as well too. It's a global fan base. So they're going to make mincemeat out of you, my friend. You're going to be a meme for the rest of the month, and I hope you enjoy your 15 seconds of fame.
Robert, where's the question? You said you had a question?
No question.
No, he was asking how come he's friends with the United fan. I think it's Adam McCullough. I think he's talking about.
Yeah, that guy.
Okay,
I'm sorry. I'll quit. I'll be the show.
Nice, Bridget.
They call two of my top shotters, but this one just came to mind.
Mm-hmm.
The Soca Warriors.
Yeah.
They played a hell of a game. They played football, right?
They're also playing right now against Jamaica. Well, they're playing next half an hour.
Nah, next half an hour.
Right? That's
Yeah,
a
I said
game to watch. Trust me, that's gonna be a game to watch. And my boo-boo, I gotta take off my shades for this one, bro.
Oh dear. Seriously.
All right, do not take mine. Do not take mine.
West Indies and everything concern West Indies.
I knew it. I knew it. How did I know? How did I know you were going to take mine?
West Indies cricket, boys.
All right.
Lay them out. Cancel the Caribbean passport. It is.
Hey, what's that?
Yo, I give up on West Indies.
Shame. Shame.
I don't know how.
I gave up on West Indies so long.
Shame. Shame.
You could not score 373 in a one-day international.
74.
Once
I lose.
We are not. Everybody knows that we are not good at defending totals. Everybody knows that.
And lost it.
I just always say this is the only team in any sport that's grabbed defeat from victory.
Well,
yeah, and then all the teams they're gonna lose to Zimbabwe, boy.
No, it was Netherlands.
Holland.
Netherlands.
It was Netherlands.
Yeah.
That's
the worst.
The destroyer for Netherlands is a person named Van der Beek.
Van Beek.
That Donny cousin.
Yeah.
That Donny cousin.
Man hit 30 runs in a super over.
We buy the wrong Van Beek.
Yeah.
Right?
We should have buy.
The man hit 30 runs in a super over. Oh my God. Oh, no, sorry, 32 runs. Sorry, 32.
What's that?
This thing?
This is that bowler waking up in the middle of the night and bowling Van der Beek, you know.
Yeah, but
Nightmares the man after.
why you all still watch cricket? Why?
No, I didn't watch it. I just watch people go mad.
You love it, Robert. Shut up.
I was watching it at work because I was bored. I was watching at work because I was bored, and I almost cussed at work in front of my boss when we lost that. Because I saw that. I said, you know, I am good right now, but it's to actually do something, and they find another way to figure out how to lose a match.
Devin, you're watching the cricket like, yeah, we can't lose this. Yeah, how we losing this? We can't lose this.
Listen,
One of that.
But would it?
They say hold my beer. They say hold my beer.
They say
they thought getting rid of Phil Simmons would help, but it's gotten worse. So I don't know what else to say.
I see 325 for 6 with about either 3 or 4 overs remaining. I say, yeah, West Indies had that, man. I make a turn. I on work, I make a turn. Deal with a customer, right? Come back and see game tied at 374. I say, how?
Yeah, exactly.
A few moments later.
It was really
I thought last wicket on the last ball we had a chance. No. I really thought so. That we had the momentum going with us, and then nope.
Yeah, but you all hire Phil Simmons. Who's Phil Simmons? What he do? Nothing. You should just hire me, right? At least if you lose, you can say no. Robert had no experience. This is Phil Simmons, dog. Phil Simmons, no man.
The good old Phil.
Well, I don't really know how to top that now with a bigger boo-boo man than the West Indies, but I think I may have one.
Right. Mm-hmm.
The leader of the Wagner group who started that fake coup or whatever it was against Vladimir Putin and turned around at the last minute.
Wow.
That's what we do. The entire world backing you, waiting, getting ready. You would have been praised so much, and then the last moment you said, "Nah, not good."
No,
I was just joking, you know. I didn't really mean that.
He's an Arsenal fan. He's an Arsenal fan. You don't understand. He's an Arsenal fan. Watching this UFC, you could see it.
Yeah.
You see it. They're all cowards, you know. They're all cowards.
The butler insurrection.
The man had to get the president of Belarus to negotiate between him and Vladimir Putin, and now this guy's looking like he deserves like the Nobel Peace Prize or something like that for this. Like, no, not having that. Absolutely not. Unfortunately, my top shotter will have to be Chelsea. because they're showing clubs how to actually get rid of Deadwood and get good value for them at the same time.
Yeah, go Saudi.
Yeah.
Find a country that's willing to develop the league and sell all your players there.
Yeah.
Well, gentlemen, it's definitely been a pleasure. It's been a great show. Thank you so much, everybody. To Kes, to Greg, to Robert, yes, and to Mark Lewis as well too. Gentlemen, I hope you have a great evening. I will see you all on the weekend, and this is the United Hour.